I would like to inform for all these pedophiles, for these people who do all these nasty things, I would like to inform them something that they should be aware of. There was a rabbi a few weeks ago who held a speech someplace, and he said nobody should go to the police if something like this happens because you don't know the cruelty that they give for Jewish people in prison. I would like to talk about that statement. The rabbi is 100% right and 100% wrong. He's 100% right that they give you cruelty in the prison. Yes, it's true. But he's 100% wrong for saying that you should not go say to the police because they'll give him cruelty treatment. Why? Because he's a grown-up and he should know that this is going to happen. And if he doesn't know, I would like to discuss with you what is really happening in prison. Maybe this will start getting you on the right track to stay away from these children. There was a rabbi who was arrested a few years ago for kidnapping a child. It went under the child abuse program, even though he didn't sexually abuse them, but he kidnapped the child. So guess what happened? He comes into prison, and this is the warden, the rabbi, the warden, not the warden, the rabbi of the prison told me the story. He said he comes in and they ask him, and he was watching, there was another prisoner that also came in there. And they said to him, "Hey man, what you doing in prison?" That they said this to this other guy, not to the Jewish rabbi. And the man says, "Hey, I defrauded Citibank 5 million grand. You know what they said? You'll be our president. Come my boy, you're our man. You're going to teach us." Okay. Then the rabbi came in together with this prisoner, and these people in prison asked him, "Hey man, why are you here? You look like a very organized, holy spiritual guy," because he had a long beard, sideburns and all. He says, "Well, it's child abuse. Not sexually. It's only kidnapping." They gave him such beatings that the rabbi said that he had to fight that they should release him from that prison to a different prison because he wasn't going to make it. And then the rabbi started to talk to those prisoners. But wait a minute, we don't understand. So the rabbi says to him, "But why are you here for?" He says, "Man, I killed 4 of my buddies." He says, "So why do you hit this young man who just did something for a child? He didn't kill anybody." So the answer was as follows. "You know, my buddy and I, we're friends. And, you know, we got into a fight. So we're all the same age, the same strong, and I pulled the trigger before them, and I went ang bang, and I got them down. They're my age. They're my height, my size, and everything about me. But wait a minute. You see this rabbi? He's 40 years old. He took a small child. That's not even fair. Why would he do that?" And the rabbi told me, the chaplain, that was impossible to leave him in that ward. They had to transfer him with big protection to a different prison because they were going to kill him. He wasn't going to go out alive after 4 weeks. So I would like you to know, yes, it's horrible in jail. It is. But you should think about it before you wind up there. Not to tell anybody, not to tell the story because you're going to wind up there. It's your obligation to try not to get in there. And now I'm going to tell you another thing about this jail. I'm well aware that when they put in these people, these pedophiles in jail, they put them into a special cell where they have pedophiles there. And guess what? A big percentage of these people have AIDS, HIV. And they do all nasty things, just what you did with the small children, they would do with you anytime they feel comfortable doing it. They're not going to stop. Because most of them there have nothing to lose. They're there 5 lifetimes, 4 lifetimes. For best behavior, they'll get out in 16 years or in 20 years, and they probably won't even make it. So we're talking about people who have nothing to lose. And they have a weakness, a sexual weakness, because otherwise they wouldn't be there. So putting together their weakness and their sickness, which is AIDS, and they can do it anytime to you whenever they feel that they want it, that puts you in a very awful position. Yes, it's true, the jails, it's not a picnic, but that does not give the right for a rabbi to say, don't go to the authorities because the jails are very bad. It gives the rabbi a right to say, please, before you commit any kind of sexual crime, think twice before you're doing it. You might not want to pay the price that it would cost. That's the way to analyze it. And I would like to explain this to all the people. People, it's not a joke. Don't think that it's going to be a picnic. It's not white-collar crimes. It's crimes where you're together with people who did the same crimes that you did. And just like you don't feel comfortable that you should be molested, don't molest the child. He also does not feel comfortable.
Who will count the tears of God that fall like an infinite rain, mourning deep with bottomless sorrow, every leaf and every child in pain? Who can dream with the sadness of God and the force of infinite despair, mourning deep with bottomless sorrow, a world that doesn't sing?